two-handed outside circle moves away from our center line. In level 1, we worked on moving towards our center line. Think of inside as across in boxing. Think of outside as a jab. They both start from the ground. The heavier the club, the more it starts from the ground. We will pick up the club with two hands. Top hand defines the movement. Top hand will move away from our center line. Look down at the feet, make sure that they are pointed straight ahead. If one foot is turned out, point it straight ahead. Pointing your feet straight ahead affects the angle of your ankle, affects the angle of your knee, and then affects the angle of your hip. Rotate hips 45 degrees without moving the feet. Spine rotates 45 degrees from that for a total of 90 degrees difference between the upper body and the feet. The movement will start from the opposite leg. He will start standing up from that leg. The arms will press out. He will push, swing, pull, and catch. When he catches, he will be catching with the same side leg. Rotate across, hips change, push, swing, pull, catch, catch with the leg. In the beginning, with a light club, it does not seem like you're catching with the leg. As you go up in weight, it will become more apparent. Rotate across, push, swing, pull, catch, rotate across in one smooth movement, push, swing, pull, catch, continue, push, swing, pull, catch, rotate, push, swing, pull, catch. When you are done, come back to center, squeeze the glutes, stand all the way up. Two arms straight, stand all the way up. We will demonstrate some reps with the other side. In the beginning, when people are working on inside and outside, they often get confused and they will do an outside circle with one hand and an inside circle with the other hand. Outside is defined by the top hand. It moves away from your center line. Pick it up other hand high. Now we will rotate based on the top hand away from the center line of his body. The cues are always the same. Push, swing, pull the elbow to the hip, catch, rotate across, push, swing, pull, catch, rotate across, push, swing, pull, and catch. Rotate back to center, stand all the way up, squeeze the glutes, two arms straight, set the weight all the way down. The two-hand inside pendulum moves towards our center line, defined by the top hand. Step up to the club, one hand high, pick it all the way up. The top hand moves towards his center line of his body. It crosses across the body like a cross in boxing. Rotate the hips 45 degrees, the upper body 45 degrees of that for a total of 90 degrees of rotation. Push, load down to the bottom, snap up with the hip, pull, come back to center, rotate back to the center and stand up each time. That is not super important with a lightweight, but what you are building is the rotation of the ankle, the knee, and the hip to work together. Rotate hips 45, rotate spine 45, push, side load, down, and snap up. Catch, rotate back to center. When he rotates, he is going to sit in the same side leg. This is a movement from the leg. Think of it like a barbell clean or a kettlebell clean that is rotated. It is really a leg exercise. The heavier the club, the more of a leg exercise it is. At the top, same side load. At the bottom, this leg will be loaded. This leg is slightly bent because it is in the deadlift family of movements. Push, load at the bottom, come up, load at the top. Rotate back to center, stand up, neutral, load. Rotate, loaded hip. At the bottom, push, swing, loaded hip. Come back to center, neutral, rotate. Same side, opposite side, same side, neutral. Set the club all the way down. We're going to demonstrate it with the other hand for 3 quick reps. Pick up the club. Inside has changed. Inside is now that way. because it's defined by the top hand moving towards his center line. Rotate, same side hip, push. At the bottom, opposite, same side, rotate back to neutral. Rotate, push, swing, pull the elbow to the hip, rotate back to the top for balance. One more rep. Push, come back to center, catch, rotate back to center. Check that the feet are straight ahead at the end of your reps. If your feet have deviated, fix them. Put the club all the way down. The inside circle and the squat is a combination of two exercises that you learned in a previous level. The inside circle has a top hand moving inside towards the center line of our body. We will then catch it and go into a balanced squat. Pick up the club with two hands. Rotate the hips 45 without moving the feet. Push, swing, pull, and catch. Rotate back to center. Squat down as low as you can. Elbow tracks to the inside of the knee. Elbows push out. Knees squeeze in. Lean back, back, back away from the weight. Lift the spine up. Drive straight up. Rotate inside. Push, swing, pull, and catch. Come back to center. Squat down. Elbows track to the inside of the legs. Drive all the way up. Push, swing, pull, and catch. Come back to center, squat down, stand all the way up. Over time, the stand up and the inside circle will start to gloss together, and you will be creating rotational power on the way out of the squat. In the beginning, think of it as two separate and distinct movements. As you get better, gloss them together. Push, swing, pull, catch, squat, stand up and push at the exact same time. There we go. And catch. Rotate. Go all the way down. Stand all the way up. Push, swing, pull, catch. When you are done, set the club down with good technique. And stand all the way up. The outside pendulum squat is a combination of two exercises, combining the balanced squat with the front load of the club with the outside pendulum or an outside clean. Any type of sport, including every type of wrestling, will benefit from practicing outside and inside cleans of any type combined with squats. Pick the club up with good technique. The elbow angle is key to every club movement. It is a 90-degree angle. Outside means it rotates away from your center line with the top hand. Hips first, without moving the feet. Rotate the hips 45 degrees. Rotate the spine 90 degrees total away from the feet, which is 45 degrees away from the hip. Push, load down, side clean, and catch. Rotate back to center. Elbow tight to body on the catch. Track all the way down, elbows track inside knees. It is different than a barbell squat. You can lean back further and further and further. If you can get your tailbone all the way down to the ground, that is the range of movement that we are eventually looking for. Stand up, rotate hips, rotate spine, push, load down, and catch in balance. Rotate back to center, lower straight down. Lean back, back, back as far as you can. The heavier the club, the more you can lean back. Stand up and rotate, outside, clean, and catch, squat, stand all the way up. Set the club down with good technique. We are going to demonstrate just 3 reps on the other side. Oftentimes when people are learning this, they will try to do an outside on one side and they will try to go the same way on the next set, doing an inside. So we demonstrate it outside on both sides so that people can see it more effectively. Pick the club all the way up. Outside is defined by the hand closest to the top of the club. Rotate towards the outside. It starts the load, as all cleans do, with the leg. Push, load hip, stand all the way up, rotate back to center, squat all the way down. Stand up, push into the outside clean. Pull it back in, come back to center, squat, and let's do one more rep. Stand up, push outside. Load, catch, squat all the way down as low as you can, stand up, and then park the weight, elbows locked. The milk prep is a combination of two exercises that you have practiced in a previous level. It is an inside circle, a circle below the waist, and an inside shield cast, a circle around the head. Combining these two movements together tends to get people more overall athletic development over time. We can always take simple movements and combine them together. You do it in every type of weightlifting, including heavy club swinging. Pick up the club, good technique. Inside moves towards the center line, hand closest to the top of the club. Rotate towards the inside, push, swing, pull the elbows to the hip, catch, stand all the way up, shield cast, move the shoulder towards the club, around the head. Pause, rotate hips without moving the feet, push, swing, pull, catch, come back to center. Rotate the shoulder towards the club. This is a cue that is oftentimes not taught, but it is super important in helping people learn to rotate from the hip for the shield cast. Push, swing the club, pull, and catch. Rotate the hips to the inside. Push, swing, pull, catch, rotate, stand all the way back up. Rotate the shoulder towards the club. Push, swing, pull, catch, pause. The important part is watching where his thumbs line up on the nape of his neck. He is pushing the same direction he was before. Push, swing, pull, and catch. He comes back to center. His shoulder moves towards the club, and we will see his thumbs touch the nape of his neck at the back of his shirt. Shield cast, push, swing, pull, catch. Inside circle, push, swing, pull, catch. Rotate back to center, rotate, thumbs touch the nape of the neck. We're going to demonstrate it quickly with the other hand high. Inside is always defined by the top hand. We're just going to do 3 quick reps. Pick up the club, other hand high. Inside is now changed. Inside is now the other direction. Top hand moves towards the center line. The coaching cues stay the same no matter which hand is high. Rotate the hips without moving the feet. Rotate the spine to the hips. Push, swing, pull, and catch. Rotate back to center. Shield cast. Thumb goes behind the head. Pause. On the rotation of the push, the important part is that 2 elbows lock out. If the arms are bent in the circle, you need to reach further. Think about the circle, pushing straight out to shoulder height, and then swinging to shoulder height on the other side as well. Rotate to the inside, push all the way out, swing up nice and high, and then catch. Rotate, shield cast, and 1 more rep. Push straight out, and rotate across, and catch. The important part about this exercise is that the feet are not moving. The ankles, the knees, the hips are all rotating. The spine is rotating in conjunction with that. If the elbows are not locked, you have not rotated far enough. Set the club all the way down with good technique.